In this episode, we talk about movements of the Earth's crust. Page 64 from our Social Studies workbook. There are tremendous forces that exist within the Earth. Over time, these forces exert so much pressure on rocks that they break. The energy and forces that exist inside the Earth often affect those who live on its surface. On the Earth's surface, it is possible to see or feel movements that change the land form. Earthquakes and volcanoes are dramatic examples which show that the Earth's crust is continually moving. Earthquakes. Earth's crust is made up of huge slabs of rocks. These slabs of rocks are called plates. As the plates move slowly, they rub against each other. This contact might cause the earth to shake. An earthquake is the shaking that results from the sudden movement of parts of the Earth's crust. A small movement is called an earth tremor. The most common cause of an earthquake is a fault, which is a break in the Earth's crust. Some faults are located deep inside the Earth, while others are close or at the Earth's surface. The point beneath the Earth's surface, where the rocks break and move, is called the focus of the earthquake. Directly above the focus on the Earth's surface is the epicenter. Earthquake waves reach the epicenter first, and the most violent shaking is found at or near the epicenter. This is where most of the earthquake damage occurs. Earthquake waves are known as seismic waves. These waves are measured by an instrument called the seismograph. The seismograph's record of the waves is called a seismogram. The higher the wavy lines of the seismogram, the stronger the earthquake. The height of the highest wave is used to calculate the strength of an earthquake on the Richter scale. Earthquakes are given a number from the Richter scale. The stronger the earthquake, the higher the number it is given. An earthquake which is too weak to be felt by people might be 1 or 2 on the Richter scale. A strong earthquake that causes great destruction might measure 6 to 8 or even higher on the Richter scale. The Caribbean is close to a plate boundary. Most earthquakes occur at or near plate boundaries, but they can also occur at other places. In the Caribbean, earthquakes tend to originate in the sea. The earthquake zone extends from Grenada to St. Kitts and up to Jamaica, and also west of Trinidad. On June 7, 1692, a severe earthquake in Jamaica destroyed the town of Port Royal. It measured 6 on the Richter scale. On January 2, 2010, the most devastating earthquake the Caribbean has ever experienced destroyed Port-au-Prince in Haiti. It had a magnitude of 7 on the Richter scale. It was the largest in the region. Earthquakes are also measured on the Mercalli intensity scale, which includes ground motion and destruction. The Mercalli scale and the Richter scale are based on different factors. The Richter scale is based on energy released by an earthquake, while the Mercalli scale is used to indicate the intensity of the earthquake. A measurement of how much damage an earthquake causes at the surface is called its intensity. We now move on to comparing earthquake scales. So we have the measurement, Richter scale, Mercalli scale, and we have the earthquake effects. We have 3 on the Richter scale, which is 3 on the Mercalli scale, felt slightly in areas near the epicenter, but there is no damage. 4 on the Richter scale and 5 on the Mercalli scale, felt by most people up to several miles from earthquake. Some objects upset. 5 on the Richter scale, but 6 to 7 on the Mercalli scale, strongly felt, some damage to weak buildings. 6 on the Richter scale and 7 to 8 on the Mercalli scale, moderately destructive, some severe damage to weak buildings. 7 on the Richter scale and 9 to 10 on the Mercalli scale is considered a major earthquake, destructive to many buildings. Finally, 8 on the Richter scale and 11 and up on the Mercalli scale is considered very destructive, some structures destroyed. Earthquake precautions. It is impossible to stop earthquakes from occurring. However, some precautions against earthquake hazards have been developed. 1. Buildings should not be constructed near fault lines or areas that are prone to landslides. 2. All buildings in earthquake-prone areas should be designed and constructed to resist earthquake shaking. It says, earthquakes often cause destruction to buildings and roadways, and we have pictures there, left and right, of those situations. We now turn to page 66. Earthquake safety. Inside the home and outside the home. Inside the home, store emergency supplies in a safe location. Make sure hot water heaters and bookshelves are safely anchored to the walls. Install latches on all cabinets to protect utensils and all other valuables. Place very large and heavy objects on lower shelves. Bottled goods, glass, chinawares, and other breakables should be stored in low or closed cabinets. Outside the home, have a plan to meet at a specific location outside the home if the house is destroyed. Secure weak structures by adding strong braces on the outside and the inside. Make sure the house or building is anchored to its foundation. Know where switches and valves are for quick and easy shutoff of facilities such as electricity, gas, and water. Earthquake areas and plates of the world. Some parts of the Earth's crust are more stable than others and have few, if any, earthquakes. Other regions are under great stress and have many earthquakes. Most of the world's earthquakes occur along or near the edge of plate boundaries, where the stress is greatest. The Earth has 3 major earthquake zones. The most active of these zones is the Ring of Fire, which encircles the Pacific Ocean. And if we look at the bottom, we see a diagram there that shows the Pacific Plate and the Ring of Fire. We go to page 67. How do earthquakes affect people? Earthquakes can cause severe damage which affect the lives of people. Mild to moderate earthquakes trigger landslides. Earthquakes can also cause cracks to appear in buildings. Powerful earthquakes result in intensive damage to buildings and other infrastructure, causing severe injuries and immense loss of lives. The fear of subsequent aftershocks will create severe panic among the people. In some instances, families are displaced, resulting in people running wild in search of their loved ones, alternative shelter, food, and medical assistance. Some amount of damage is caused by fires due to ruptured gas tanks, fallen power lines, and electrical short circuits. The landscape is often disrupted due to flooding caused by broken water mains and dams. In addition, The broken water mains result in the lack of water for human consumption. Tsunami or tidal wave. A tsunami is a natural disaster caused by earthquake or volcanic eruption in the sea or ocean. This is as a result of a portion of the seafloor moving, generating gigantic waves which travel to the shore. In some parts of the world, there are tsunami warning systems to inform people in advance so that they can move quickly to higher ground and possibly escape the tsunami waves before they reach the shore. If a tsunami wave were to take place in the Atlantic Ocean or in the Caribbean Sea, all the countries of the Caribbean, Central America, and North America could be affected. When the tsunami waves make contact with land, they have a deadly effect. On December 24, 2004, a tsunami wave which measured 9 on the Richter scale hit Southeast Asia. Due to the impact of the tsunami wave, over 200,000 people died by drowning or from severe injuries. We now turn from page 67 to page 68. Page 68. Volcanoes. A volcano is an opening in the Earth's surface from which hot gases, ash, and lava may pour out. Deep within the Earth, under great pressure and extreme temperatures, rocks exist as hot liquid called magma. In some places, magma works its way toward the Earth's surface through cracks in solid rocks. In other places, magma works its way towards the surface by melting the solid rock. When magma reaches the Earth's surface, it is called lava. As lava cools, it hardens. The hardened lava can build a mountain called a volcano. All volcanic materials that reach the surface emerge through some sort of vent or opening. Volcanoes can be classified as active, dormant, or extinct. An active volcano is one that erupts continually or periodically. Those that have not erupted in hundreds of years are considered to be dormant or inactive. Volcanoes that have not erupted in thousands of years are considered extinct. Most major earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur in 3 zones of the world. One major earthquake and volcanic zone extends nearly all the way around the edge of the Pacific Ocean. This zone goes through Japan, the Philippines, New Zealand, Alaska, and along the western coast of North and South America. The second major earthquake and volcanic zone is located near the Mediterranean Sea, extending across Asia into India. This zone includes Turkey, Italy, and Greece. The third major earthquake and volcanic zone extends through Iceland to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Note: volcanic eruptions and earthquakes often occur in the same areas of the world. It is believed that there is a great deal of movement and activity in the Earth's crust in these areas. And we have at the bottom of page 68 to the right, we have an example of a volcano, and it shows magma flowing from the magma chamber at the bottom, and we have layers of ash and lava on the sides. We have the lava flow, we have what we call a side vent, we have the crater, and we have ash and gas erupting from the volcano. We now go to the unit review on page 69. Number 1. Define the term earthquake. Number 2. Describe how earthquakes may occur. Number 3. What are the functions of the A. Seismograph, B. Richter scale? Number 4. What is the difference between an earthquake's focus and its epicenter? It says use the vocabulary to complete the following sentences. And the words are vent, earthquake, epicenter, core, focus, seismic waves, volcano, lava, mantle, and extinct. Number 5. An opening on the Earth's surface that emits lava is called the... Good. Number 6. The point on the Earth's surface where an earthquake's shaking is the strongest is... Number 7. Magma that has reached the Earth's surface is... Number 8. The shaking that results from the sudden movement of part of the Earth's crust is an... Number 9. The vibrations produced by an earthquake are... Number 10. A volcano not known to have erupted within modern time is said to be... Good. Number 11. The point within the Earth's crust where breakage occurs is the... Number 12. The opening from which lava erupts is a... We now move from page 69 to page 70. Number 13. Describe the hazards you might face if an earthquake struck while you were A. Sleeping in bed, or B. Standing next to a fallen building. Number 14. What is a volcano? Number 15. How are volcanoes formed? Number 16. What is the difference between magma and lava? Number 17. What scales are used to measure earthquakes? Number 18A. Why are earthquakes and volcanic activity zones located in certain areas? 18B. What conditions would be necessary for an earthquake or volcanic eruption to occur outside of these zones? Number 19. Two different cities experience earthquakes of similar strength. In one city, few people were injured. In the other city, there is a great loss of life. What are some of the possible reasons for the different effects? Finally, on your own, to the bottom of page 70. 1. Pretend you are a reporter of the Observer or Daily Gleaner. You are on assignment in Montserrat when a volcano erupts. Write to your newspaper describing your observations. 2. Give another example of an earthquake activity which destroyed one of the parishes in Jamaica. 3. Name the areas where there are volcanic eruptions in the Caribbean. 4. Give the names of 5 of the most powerful earthquakes in the 20th and 21st century. Include the year, location, magnitude, and the number of deaths. 5. Find out some effects of earthquakes on human activities and the environment. 6. What can be done to lessen the effects of earthquake disasters on the environment? 7. Find out some effects of volcanic activities on human lives and the environment. 8. Visit the ODPEM office in your area and find out more about natural disasters. That brings us to the end of this episode. In this episode, we looked at some movements of the Earth's crust. We spoke about earthquakes, earthquake precautions, earthquake safety, earthquake areas, how earthquakes affect people, tidal waves, and volcanoes. We did our unit review. Please make sure you go over those questions several times. And in our next episode, we'll look at how do Earth's movements affect life. See you then.